Welcome to Hypnosis Today, the nation's first hypnosis TV talk show that explores the fascinating world of hypnotherapy. My name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I'll be your host, covering a wide variety of topics to help you better understand the power of the subconscious mind and how hypnosis is being used today to overcome stress, achieve success, happiness, and prosperity. Please help me welcome my two very special guests. Well, my first guest is Dawn Hassman. Now, Dawn is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy, and she has with her her very special guest, Cheryl. Now, Cheryl came in to visit Dawn to overcome insomnia. Please help me welcome my guests. Cheryl, I want to start with you. Tell me what was going on.
It seemed like about 3 or 4 years ago, I just had trouble going to sleep and staying asleep. Maybe menopause, maybe change in life, stress. I just couldn't sleep. I tried all kinds of medications over the counter. I tried Benadryl. I tried all kinds of sleep aids. Nothing really worked, and I was really struggling. I was tired all the time, and it was affecting my life and daily.
Did you ever go in and see a physician?
Yes, I did go see my doctor this year and had a physical, and she wanted to give me Ambien. So I thought, I'm desperate. Let me try it. And the first night, I got a 30-day prescription. I still have 29 left. That first night, I slept, but when I woke up in the morning, I felt groggy and tired, and it took hours before that feeling really left. So it wasn't the solution for me.
What made you think of hypnotherapy?
Well, probably desperation, really. I started getting on the internet, we have so many options now, and I'm Googling looking for anything that said, natural ways to help sleeping, and I found the school here, and it's pretty close to where I live, so I gave called up to see if I could schedule a session.
So you called HMI, and how did you get to Dawn?
Well, my first session was in front of a classroom with an instructor, and then I luckily got assigned on.
Oh, excellent. Mm-hmm. So this has been assigned by HMI College, a client for you to work with. Mm-hmm. That's really exciting, and that's one of the benefits of coming to HMI College, is that when people call up like you who want to try it, these students are the top, and they've all been trained here. And I know because I've worked very, very closely with Dawn, and you have quite a talent for hypnotherapy. Tell me, Cheryl, what did you know about hypnosis before you made that first phone call?
The only time I really knew about it was when I remember somebody coming in and hypnotizing some of the students to quack like a duck and run across the stage. So I thought I didn't really want to do that, but
did that look scary?
Yes, I asked Ted in my first session, we're not going to do any of that, are we?
No.
So he assured me I was safe.
I hope that Ted explained that no one comes in to see a hypnotherapist for less control. The only reason anyone comes in to see a hypnotherapist is to get more control of his or her life.
Exactly.
So then you had been with Ted, and then you came in and you worked with Dawn. What was that like?
It was really great. I mean, each session kind of built on each visit. She gave me tools that I could use not only for sleeping but help managing stress. That was probably some of the contributing factors.
Of course, they are very related. When did you start getting relief from the insomnia?
At first it didn't come immediate, and after about the fourth session is when I really noticed a difference, because repetitive practicing, doing the same behaviors every night, I learned I was doing a lot of things wrong that was other contributing factors, like reading in bed, thinking, I'll just keep reading here until I go to sleep. Dawn, taught me that, don't read in bed. If you want to read somewhere else. When you come to your room at night, then you relax and you go to sleep, and that's what it's for.
Well, I'm very impressed. I should say I am proud, because I taught you.
Yes.
We have this thing called law of association, and if you think about the bed and you associate that with reading, well, then you want to read in bed. If you associate it with sleep, you get that neural pathway, so you can go and sleep quickly, calmly, soundly, and deeply. Right. So Dawn, I'm now going to ask you, tell me a little bit about working with insomnia.
Well, insomnia can be a very complex thing. You have to be a professional listener, and really capture the client's words during the cognitive part of the session, so that under hypnosis you can then in turn take those affecting words and phrases and say them back to them so it reaches the subconscious mind.
And how do you get someone who can be a professional warrior? And that's what happens. We get stuck in that thinking stage before bed and get them from that, the mind going round and round, to get that person to go from the thinking stage into the hypnotic trance, even in your office.
Right. Well, I use an eye fascination induction, and then I also use the reactional deepening technique where...
Can you teach that to us?
Of course. Where I count up to 3. I go 1, 2, open your eyes, 3, close, deep sleep. 1, 2, open the eyes, close, 3, close, deep sleep. 1, 2, open the eyes, 3, close, and deep sleep. And that takes the client into the hypnotic state because it's an overload of message units.
It would have to, because how can you worry about the mortgage when you're trying to figure out if you're supposed to be opening your eyes and closing your eyes? So first, it takes you away from getting stuck in that loop, and then you get extremely overloaded because we all want to do it right?
Exactly.
Sometimes I know that people who have insomnia want to do it right? Yeah.
Exactly.
And it takes us into an overload. And did it feel the way you thought it would feel when you'd read or heard about hypnosis?
No, I remember thinking this isn't working. I hear everything. I know what they're saying, but after the first session and I got up, I was kind of dizzy and a little disoriented, but actually renewed. I felt like, wow, I think I was asleep.
Yes.
That felt fabulous.
And the other things that you can always know if you're a scientist, and I know you are, I can tell from the glasses, that if you have time distortion, if you think it was longer or shorter than it was, if you wake up a little disoriented, waiting to become very aware of the things all around you, you are in the hypnotic trance. What kind of suggestions do you give once your client is in that trance state?
I give direct suggestions that they'll sleep quickly, soundly, and deeply throughout the entire night, only waking up if there's a physiological need or emergency, and waking up feeling rested and refreshed and ready for the day.
Now, you described 2 kinds of insomnia. The first one, as we all know, is when you have trouble falling asleep because you're stuck in the thinking stage. You told me also, Cheryl, that you sometimes woke up in the middle of the night and had trouble getting back. What kind of suggestions did you give for that?
When she would wake up in the middle of the night, we did discuss some worry cards that she could get up and write down anything that was a concern. That way she can get it out of her mind.
Boy, I love that. A worry card. What's a worry card?
A worry card, it's actually something I learned from Elaine. And it's when whatever's waking you up, you can then write that down. So it's down and you have it on your to-do list for the next day. That way you can stop worrying about it. And I believe Cheryl also shared that when she would get up, she would listen to the session tapes again. So again, law of repetition.
So let me get this straight. You also made her sleep tapes to take her from waking to sleeping through the hypnoidal state. What was that like? Did you listen to those tapes?
Oh, I still listen to them now every night. It's part of my ritual.
And do you listen to them when you wake up in the middle of the night?
Yes, but that's getting less and less often now, so, which is great. I used to wake up, 20, 30 times a night,
It's getting less.
Oh yeah, now it's maybe 5,
I want to pick up on something that both of you said, that in addition to the insomnia, there was also stress and anxiety. What were you stressing about?
Work. I have a stressful job like most of us. And I'd worry about, oh gosh, am I going to finish this by the deadline? Or, am I going to meet everybody's expectations? So I get a little stressed about it.
Well, certainly sleeping through the night is going to optimize feeling good during the day.
Exactly.
But also, did you learn any techniques from Dawn about how to take down the stress and anxiety during the day, about those things that you're ruminating about?
Yeah, we did tapping therapy, but Dawn could explain that better than I can.
Tapping therapy.
Yes.
Well, I like the way it sounds. Is that getting anything on tap? That's no. Okay. I was just curious because we do not condone that here at HMI College of Hypnotherapy.
Yeah.
What's tapping therapy?
Tapping, also known as Emotional Freedom Technique or EFT, is a process where you use the fingertips to lightly tap on certain meridian points of the body while you're tuned in to the stress or worry or concern or emotion, which then balances the body's natural electrical and energetic system.
So let me see if I get this straight. So if you bring up a worry and then you tap, it helps to balance it. But it doesn't sound to me like that takes care of the problem. I have a question for you. Okay. Let's say that a meteor fell on my house. How is tapping going to help my stress?
Well, Lisa, it's not going to solve the problem, but it will help the client's coping mechanism in order to be able to get back to that sound judgment and superior decisions so they can find real solutions to the problem.
So I'm going to bring it back to you, Cheryl. So you worry about getting everything done. You know, we all each got 24 hours in a day. And when you were able to bring up the feelings of being worried, fear, or sad, maybe you can't get it done and everyone's going to be mad at you, and you were able to use the tapping or the EFT, did it improve the coping mechanisms or put it into perspective?
You know, I didn't really understand why it worked, but it did work. I take my mind off of the issue, and you know, as you're doing the tapping, you're going to the next point, trying to remember where you're supposed to go next. I'm just, you know, I was more focused on the doing that than the issue. So and it did help.
So it helped. We don't know why.
No.
We don't know how, but we do know that the tapping worked along with the hypnosis, and you got the relief from the insomnia. Everyone's going to want to know more about emotional freedom technique, EFT or tapping, and about hypnosis for stress and insomnia. And you can reach Dawn Hassman at hmigrads.com. I want to thank Dawn and Cheryl for coming in and sharing your experiences. And I want everybody here to stay tuned, because when we return from our break, we're going to meet another HMI grad, and we're going to learn how to help a client overcome negative self-talk. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on Hypnosis Today.
And it was affecting my life and daily.
Did you ever go in and see a physician?
Yes, I did go see my doctor this year and had a physical, and she wanted to give me Ambien, so I thought, you know, I'm desperate, let me try it. And the first night, I got a 30-day prescription, I still have 29 left. That first night I slept, but when I woke up in the morning.
Next is Dawn Hassman. Now, Dawn is an honors grad of HMI College of Hypnotherapy, and she has with her her very special guest, Cheryl. Now, Cheryl came in to visit Dawn to overcome insomnia. Please help me welcome my guests. Cheryl, I want to start with you. Tell me what was going on.
It seemed like about 3 or 4 years ago, I just had trouble going to sleep and staying asleep. Maybe menopause, maybe change in life, stress. I just couldn't sleep. I tried all kinds of medications over the counter. I tried Benadryl, I tried all kinds of sleep aids. Nothing really worked. And I was really struggling. You know, I was tired all the time.
Explores the fascinating world of hypnotherapy. My name is Lisa Mackenberg, and I'll be your host, covering a wide variety of topics to help you better understand the power of the subconscious mind and how hypnosis is being used today to overcome stress, achieve success, happiness, and prosperity. Please help me welcome my two very special guests. Well, my first guest Welcome to Hypnosis Today, the nation's first hypnosis TV talk show that